Hello everyone, welcome to Everyday Prelims series of Shantha Lakshmi IAS Academy. So today in this video, let us discuss the topics of 16th of September 2025. And this 16th of September has a significance. That is, the world today celebrates this day as the World Ozone Day. To spread the awareness about the ozone layer protection. And this World Ozone Day is celebrated every year on 16 September to commemorate the event of the Montreal Protocol, which came into force. And this year's 2025 theme of this World Ozone Day is that from science to global action. The theme is saying that yes, we all are aware of the science behind this ozone layer depletion and the importance of the ozone layer. So now let's move into action. That is to protect the ozone layer. How we can protect the ozone layer? By reducing the elements, the usage, production and the consumption of the elements which are causing this ozone layer depletion. And what are those elements? Those are the hydrocarbons. Now, coming to our topics of discussion, first we are going to discuss about the INS Nistar, and second about the Swasth Nari Sashakta Parivar Abhiyan, and third about the International Seabed Authority, and finally Senegal African country mapping. So our first topic today is INS Nistar. So it is an Indian Navy vessel. So why we are discussing this? So this INS Nistar has reached Singapore to attend the or to participate in the exercise Pacific Reach 2025. This is the 9th edition of the Exercise Pacific Reach 2025, and to participate in that multinational exercise, INS Nista has reached this Singapore. So let's see. Before going into the discussion of this INS Nista, let's discuss about this Exercise Pacific Reach. So it started in the year 1996 and it is a biennial multinational submarine rescue exercise. Biennial means it is conducted every other alternate year and it is a multinational. It involves more than 40 countries participating in this exercise. And what this exercise specific reach will do, it will conduct exercises on this submarine rescue exercise. It mainly focus on the rescue exercise. That's why INS Nistar, which is a diving support vessel, has went to Singapore to participate in this exercise. And it is the 9th edition of the Pacific Reach. And now, in the current year, 2025 9th edition, the Singapore is hosting this exercise Pacific Reach at its Changi Naval Base. This exercise is going to be conducted from September 15th to 29th of 2025. And in this exercise, more than 40 countries are participating. And out of these 40 countries, there are participants as well also observers. Participants means the navies will directly participate in the exercises. Observers will just see and look into the exercises. And the participants include mostly India, United States, Singapore, Japan, and Republic of Korea. And China comes under the observers of this exercise Pacific Reach. It will be conducted first at the sea phase and at the harbor phase. And what is the objective of this exercise Pacific Reach? So any exercise, what is the purpose of conducting any exercise between this bilateral or the multinational exercises? That is to enhance cooperation, share their technical exchanges or the technical knowledge, and thereby strengthening the country's relationship. And this particular exercise will focus on the objective of enhancing cooperation, interoperability between the navies, and also the readiness in the submarine rescue. How the navies of particular countries are in ready if there is any rescue arises in the submarine sector. Now coming to our topic, that is the INS Nista. It is one of the two diving support vessels. Diving support vessels which provide the support for the diving conditions in the submarine level in the shallow waters. And it was commissioned on the 18th of July 2025 at the Visakhapatnam port. So I said two, one of the two diving support vessels. The other is the INS Nipun. This INS Nippon is being in the construction. It has not been delivered to the Indian Navy and not commissioned yet. But this INS Nisar has commissioned on 18th of July 2025 at the Visakhapatnam port. It was built by the Hindustan Shipyard Limited. And this INS Nistar acts as the mothership for the deep submergence rescue vessel. So, what it is this DSRV? From the name itself, you can understand that deep submergence rescue vessel. The submergence, we already said that the submarine is a deep diving support vessel. And the deep submergence, if anything happens to the divers or any other marine researchers, this deep submergence rescue vessel will come into role. And for the deep submergence rescue vessel, this INS Nistar will provide all the support to this deep submergence rescue vessel. That's how it acts as a mothership to this deep submergence rescue vessel. And it is an indigenously developed vessel. The vision of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, with having 80% indigenous content. And coming to the equipment in this INS Nistar, we have the remotely operated vehicles and the self-propelled hyperbaric lifeboat and the diving compression chambers also. Remember, INS Nistar is a diving support vessel and also act as the rescue vessel. Rescue operations in conditions if there any accident or any submergence of any researchers or the divers in the submarine area. Now moving to our second topic, that is the Swasth Nari Sashakta Parivar Abhiyan. So why we are discussing this? Tomorrow, that is on the 17th of September, Prime Minister Narendra Modi turned 75. That is his birthday. So on that day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch this event or this nationwide campaign, which is the Swasth Nari Sashakta Parivar Abhiyan, along with launching the 8th Poshan Ma. This is the nutrition mother. So which will mark as the historic step towards strengthening the healthcare and the nutrition services for women, adolescent girls and children across the India. So let's say about this nationwide campaign. So this Swasth Nari Sashakta Parivar Abhiyan is a joint initiative led by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare as well as the Ministry of Women and the Child Development. So the Ministry of the Health and Family Welfare will provide the curative and the preventive measures in terms of the health care by conducting the health camps, and this Ministry of Women and the Child Development will integrate the 8th edition of this Poshan Ma, mainly mobilizing the women from the SHGs and the grassroots level. The aim of this Abhiyan is to advance our Honorable Prime Minister's vision of health, nutrition, fitness and Vikasit Bharat by 2047. So through this Abhiyan, which is conducted from 17th of September to 2nd of October 2025, this Abhiyan is going to focus on improving the health, nutrition, fitness and as well as the Vikasit Bharat. So what are the centers at which this Abhiyan is conducted? That is the Ayushman Arogya Mandirs, community health centers, district hospitals and also other government facilities. So under this Abhiyan, there are more than 1 lakh health camps will be conducted, which is mainly focused on the women and the children. Daily health camps will be conducted at several places. And other than the Ayushman Arogya Mandirs and other centers, some more institutions are also involved. Those are the AIMS, Defense and the Railway Hospitals, ESIC Hospitals, CGHS Hospitals, Institute of the National Importance, medical colleges, district hospitals and the private hospitals also. Private hospitals will also take part in this Abhiyan and promoting the health awareness and spreading about the nutrition and fitness across the country. So, what are the activities which are going to conduct during this Abhiyan? See, first is the provision of the medical checkup and health services for women. In which activities or in which items or in which services they will conduct the medical checkups? See, that is the ENT, eye, blood pressure, blood sugar and the dental checkup. And also the cancer screening test will be provided in terms of oral, breast and the cervical cancer. Immunization services will be provided focusing on mainly the pregnant women and the infant children. And next, the antenatal checkup for the pregnant women will also be provided. Anemia level checkup will be done. And also telemanas facilities in improving the mental health issues. And also the tuberculosis checkup by including the Nikshay Mitra volunteers, also the sickle cell anemia. This will mainly focus on the tribal populations. And along with all this, there will be special consultation with the doctors also if the women require. If any women are in need of any special consultation with the doctors, that will also be provided. So these are the health checkup. These are the services which are going to conduct under the health camps during this Abhiyan. Not only the health services will be provided, but they will also provide the maintaining health lifestyle, and the wellness components will also be included. How? That is reducing the obesity with 10% reduction of the sugar and the edible oil. They will spread the awareness about reducing the obesity by reducing the content of the sugar intake. It will include the Eat Right India movement of the FSSAI. And next is the promotion of the local and the regional food. Next, early childhood care and infant and the young childhood feeding practices will also be provided. Next, the promotion of the menstrual hygiene and the nutrition. Next is the distribution of the take-home ration. So these all activities are conducted to maintain a healthy lifestyle, thereby promoting the wellness in the lives of the people. So these are provided by including the respective stakeholders and providing awareness sessions about these events. And next, not only providing the health services and the lifestyle components, but under this, during this Abhiyan, the services, the schemes will also be available. That is, under this Abhiyan, the mother and the child protection card will be given to the eligible beneficiaries, and the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana enrollment will also be done. Ayushman Vahya Vandana cards will also be given during this Abhiyan. Sickle cell cards will also be given. Registration of beneficiaries and Poshan tracker will also be done through this Abhiyan. Next, it is a nationwide campaign and a Jan Bhagidari event. That means it involves the volunteers, which involve the Nikshay Mitra volunteers. And under this campaign, volunteers will also be registered for this Nikshay Mitra, which will oversee which are concerned with this tuberculosis disease. And also blood donation camps will be conducted, and the organ donors also be registered under this campaign. So these are the activities which are going to conduct is Swasth Nari Sashakta Parivar Abhiyan, which is going to held from September 17th to Gandhi Jayanti, 2nd of October, as well as the Dasara. Though this Abhiyan is jointly led by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and the Ministry of Women and the Child Development, it will include all other ministries, thereby manifesting this whole of government convergence. We'll see how other ministries are also linked or pulled under this Abhiyan. Say, Ministry of Rural Development and the Panchayati Raj. So this ministry will mobilize women through self-help groups and the Panchayat Raj institutions for spreading awareness or conducting the health camps and also the wellness camps. And the next is the Ministry of Education. So this ministry will coordinate with the schools and the higher education institutions to conduct or give the spaces for the health camps. Next is the Ministry of the Youth Affairs and the Sports. This ministry will coordinate with the My Bharat volunteers. This My Bharat volunteers include the youth population. So it will pull up those volunteers in the successful implementation of this Abhiyan. Next is the Ministry of the Tribal Affairs. So this Ministry of Tribal Affairs will focus on reaching this awareness, outreach activities to the tribal communities. And it will mainly focus on the sickle cell anemia kind of health camps. And next is the Ministry of the Social Justice and Empowerment. Under this, the Department of the Persons with the Disabilities will support this campaign with respect to giving services to the Divyangan, differently abled persons. Other than these ministries, the Ministry of the Defense, Railways, Labor and the Employment, Ayush Ministry, Heavy Industries Ministry, the Ministry of the Home Affairs will also participate in this event or also contribute indirectly or directly, that is by providing or organizing the health camps in their departments during this Abhiyan. So that's how the Swasth Nari Sashakta Parivar Abhiyan is a whole of government approach, which includes all the ministries. And moving to a third topic, that is the International Seabed Authority. So why we are discussing this? So under this authority, India has got or bagged an exploration contract from this authority for exploring the precious metals in the Northwest Indian Ocean. And this is the first time India got this license for exploring polymetallic sulfur nodules. Polymetallic sulfur nodules, which are rich in cobalt, copper, nickel, and other items. So, for exploring these polymetallic sulfur nodules in the Carlsberg Ridge in the Northwest Indian Ocean, India has bagged this exploration license from this International Seabed Authority. So, first, let's see about this International Seabed Authority, and then we'll move into what is the agreement is all about. So this International Seabed Authority is an autonomous, independent, intergovernmental organization which includes the many countries. And this was established under the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. That is, in shortly, we call as the UNCLOS. And also 1994 agreement relating to the implementation of Part 11 of this UNCLOS. So this Part 11 of this UNCLOS says that there should be one authority which will regulate the mining operations in these high seas. So to implement those activities, to implement or regulate the mining activities of the member countries in the high seas, so this International Seabed Authority was formed under the UNCLOS. So what is the objective of this International Seabed Authority? That is to manage the mineral resources of the seabed beyond the national jurisdiction. So this UNCLOS will deal with the high seas beyond the national jurisdiction. The countries have their national jurisdiction in the oceans up to some nautical miles around exclusive economic zones, their exclusive economic zones and some nautical miles. After that, who will has the authority? After that, beyond that nautical miles, the sea area does not belong to any country. No country has the right, exclusive right. So in that area, in order to explore the minerals, this independent autonomous organization is there. That is this International Seabed Authority. This authority will grant licenses for exploring the minerals from that particular region. That is the high seas. Those are called as the high seas, which comes under no country's jurisdiction. And this International Seabed Authority is headquartered in Kingston, Jamaica. It came into existence on 16th of November 1994 when this agreement was launched or agreement was declared. Coming to the members, all the enclosed members will automatically become the members of this ISA, International Seabed Authority. And now currently we have this 170 members. Out of this 170, 169 are the countries and the one is the European Union. Now coming to the governance structure of this International Seabed Authority. It has the secretariat or the headquarters that is at the Kingston, Jamaica, and the secretariat will be headed by the Secretary General and the administrative and the technical staff. These will provide the administrative support to this International Seabed Authority. Then we have this assembly with the as the supreme decision making body. This assembly consists of the 170 members of this ISA, International Seabed Authority, and this assembly has the power to establish the general policies on any question, and this assembly only approves the budget, also approves the regulations recommended by the council. So this assembly will only approve the regulations. Now we have got this license, right? This license has been approved by this assembly only. And this regulations have been recommended by this council. This council consists of the 36 members from the 170 member countries. And under that, these are categorized into groups. The group A consists of the major consumers, then group B consists of the major investors, group C are the major exporters, group D are the developing states and the special interest, and group E are the equitable geographic representation. So under this 5 groups, so total 36 members are there in this council. So India comes under this major investors in this council. So this council will verify and they will tell, yes, this exploration license will be given under these conditions, and that will be approved by this supreme decision making body, that is the assembly. And then we have the finance committee, which consists of 15 members, including the 5 largest contributors. And all the financial and the budgetary matters are being considered by this finance committee only. Next, we have this enterprise. This is the organ of the International Seabed Authority, which is mandated to carry out activities in the area directly. And an interim director general has been appointed to carry out the functions of this enterprise. So these enterprise members will directly go into the area and will carry out the activities. And next is the legal and the technical commission. It has the 41 expert members. So the name itself tells us that it will recommend the approvals of the works and propose technical and the environment regulations to this council. Next, as this Economic Planning Commission. Currently, this is not operational. This is also, these functions are also operated or taken by the Legal and the Technical Commission only. So, this is the governance structure of this International Seabed Authority. Now, coming to the India's agreement. So, this is the 15-year agreement. It gave, the International Seabed Authority gave India for a 15-year agreement telling that, yes, you can explore the polymetallic sulfides. And this is the first licensing agreement getting in this polymetallic sulfides. So, the International Seabed Authority will give the mining licenses in terms of the polymetallic nodules and the polymetallic sulfides and the ferrous rich magnetic items or the magnetic mineral resources. So under this polymetallic sulfides, so this is the first agreement India has got. And in which area India can explore this polymetallic sulfides? These are rich in the manganese, cobalt, nickel and the copper. That is the Carlsberg Ridge in the northwest Indian Ocean. This is a 3 lakh square kilometer stretch, lies in the Indian Ocean, that is in the Arabian Sea and the northwest Indian Ocean. This Carlsberg Ridge divides this Indian and the Arabian tectonic plate. So this is about the International Seabed Authority and India's agreement related to the polymetallic sulfides. So coming to a final topic, that is the Senegal. So here it is the Senegal. You can see on the northwest of Africa. Its capital is Dakar. It is a francophone country, which means French is the official language. It is known as the Gateway of Africa. Its rivers include the Senegal River, Gambia River, Salom River, and the Casamance River. It is a member of the United Nations, African Union, Organization of the Islamic Cooperation, ECOWAS, and the Community of the Sahel and the Saharan States. Here you can see Senegal here. Here it is border countries Mauritania on its north, Mali on its east, Guinea on its southeast, and next is the Guinea-Bissau on its south. Here it is this Atlantic Ocean. And see Gambia also here. This Gambia is separated by the Senegal. This Gambia is the exclave of this Senegal. Gambia River separates this Senegal and this is the Casamance area. So that's all for today. Thank you.